Good.
Okay, so let's hope this picks it up pretty well. So,
Hi, it's me. Hello.
So how did you get involved at BroadwayCon?
Well, I've known David Albert for many years, and I've done. David does a benefit concert for his late sister Galana, and I've been involved with that over the course of a few years. And so I recently performed at his last concert at Joe's Pub. Mm-hmm. And I had heard about BroadwayCon just last year. Mm-hmm. Actually, in the summertime, I was in Arizona for some reason. I took myself on an adventure to Sedona to get my chakra spinning. So I went to Sedona, and I was with a friend, and we were having a Tony's pool party. Ooh. And I was in this pool with a bunch of people from Arizona, theater people, and they're watching the Tonys, and they're like, "Oh, I know that person." I was like, "Please, I know every single person on stage." But we're watching, and they're like, "Well, yes, we're very excited. We're going to BroadwayCon swimming. We're going to BroadwayCon." And Jenny was like, "What's BroadwayCon?"
Yeah.
And that was the first I heard of it, just like 6 months ago. So David reached out and said that he had some stuff that could use a little bendy magic. And so I came in. Actually, this is kind of weird how it happened, though.
Yeah.
I came in to do Friday to host the Broadway Jukebox.
Okay.
And they asked me at the last minute to fill in the time before the Hamilton panel, which is the first time I took the stage. And from that point on, they just kept writing me first thing in the morning every day, being like, "Can you come back?" And so it was all kind of fly by the seat of our pants. A lot of it because of the blizzard. It was kind of wild and wacky and unexpected for the most part.
Mm-hmm. So what specific events did you host during the weekend? Do you remember the names just like
Sure. Well, I did the pre-Hamilton panel.
Okay.
I did Broadway Jukebox. I did my own panel. They didn't have any wardrobe people come in, so they grabbed me and I talked about being in the original cast of Wicked and wardrobe for that. I hosted the fan karaoke.
Yeah.
I hosted the Avenue Q&A, which is where I got to talk to Anthony Rapp, which was just so cool because I've been a fucking Rent fan since I was.
Who hasn't?
So 1996 is when I moved to New York City.
Yeah.
So, and I was telling him on the stage that I slept outside the theater. I slept outside the
theater. I think I remember you.
When I was 18 years old. So that was just a really cool full circle moment.
Yeah.
So I hosted that, which is like an hour thing, and then I hosted the never to be forgotten YouTube dance party mania.
I wish I was on that stage.
Which may have been, out of everything, may have been my favorite thing.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your experience like with the fans and hosting all these big events?
Well, what I loved was that people were so willing to come up and talk.
Yeah.
And I found that everybody else that was involved on our end felt the same way, Leslie and Rob, and we were all really happy that the fans felt that they were so much a part of it that they didn't have a problem coming to talk to us.
Yeah.
And I love that. So I love talking to them because the truth of the matter is, and I think we said this a million times on the stage, we're exactly the same.
Yeah.
You don't get to be a Broadway performer without being a Broadway fan. It doesn't exist. And so their enthusiasm was just infectious, and standing in front of 3,000 people who are as geeked out about theater as I am really puts it in perspective. It's so powerful. And as much energy as I was shucking out on stage, the energy coming from the audience was like a hurricane. It was awesome.
So, do you have a favorite moment? You mentioned the YouTube dance party was pretty awesome. The YouTube dance party was,
have you ever seen anything like that? It was crazy.
No.
It's from Daddy Effie, that guy who was in the front row, who I made stand up, and he was living his life to that. Defying Gravity, the Suddenly Seymour slow dance. That was amazing. But being on stage with Anthony Rapp was huge for me because I just love him, and being that close to the man who created something that I responded so personally to. I love that you have this many questions from people.
Oh, yeah.
This is hysterical. I love it. I'm having fun.
It's my website, Starstruck Media. So were you starstruck to meet anybody? Was it Anthony Rapp? Did you get starstruck?
I don't really get starstruck. I think if anybody, I walked past Tommy Tune a couple times. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But it was great to see Ben Vereen again.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably Anthony.
Yeah.
Just
I'd say anybody.
Because he just carried so much weight with the personal investment of it.
Yeah. So what were the challenges of creating programming in the face of Blizzard? You were saying that you kept getting emails every morning about different stuff.
I mean, we were sitting in the room on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
And there, and also in the how are you? And also in the control room.
Yeah.
You know, when Blizzard happened, you just see everybody firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Going, okay, what can we do? And then people just spitballing ideas. So they came up with the idea for the party line, which was a huge hit.
Insane.
That was crazy. Monkey, are you leaving? That's my friend Colleen.
Aww.
Just walk outside and sitting outside. We all just kind of jumped in. Like we kind of sat in corners of the Hilton and went, all right, so this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to make happen. And David would be like, I'm just going to kind of throw you out there, especially for the having a Q&A.
Yeah, which went perfectly.
Went great, but that was completely by the seat of our pants. He handed me a microphone and he said, go. And that's why at one point I left the stage and I got to the wing and he was like, where'd you go? I was like, well, Andrew, I don't know. You're like signaling people to come on and off, so I didn't know if I was supposed to stay.
Yeah.
That was the biggest,
Yeah.
Which made it really authentic, I think.
So this is probably my favorite. Did Ben looks real cute actually trend?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not in like a national way, but like in my heart it did. It trended in my heart.
Hey, and that's all that matters.
Well, because I came out, because I looked backstage. What did I try to get people to trend? Oh, because the Renaissance Fair thing.
There's a few things. I can't remember that.
But you know what? That was the craziest thing about it that I loved was just how people remembered exactly what I had said.
Yeah.
Because when I get on stage, I'm just going, so I don't necessarily even know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that other people remember exactly what I'm saying is so fun. But yes, there were plenty of those.
Yeah.
Ben is real cute. Ben looks real cute. Ben looks cute in that vest.
Oh yeah, the Forever 21.
The Forever 21 vest, yeah, because I'm way too old to wear it, but there we were.
So was there a show that wasn't represented that you'd want to bring to next year's con? I guess like on a panel or like, I was thinking maybe even a Wicked, like 20-year anniversary, like, or whatever anniversary.
Gosh, you're making me feel old.
Not 10. It's more like 13-ish,
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, people would eat that up. That's still such a huge juggernaut. Did they do anything with Jersey Boys? I feel like that's.
I don't think so.
I feel like that's pretty iconic. Yeah. And that's still going so strong. It has such a following, you know, especially in this area.
Oh
still,
yeah.
Because of well, how do you put this? Jersey.
So we know you've done hosting and stuff. So was there anything you learned from hosting such a large convention?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot actually. The thing that strikes me the most is just the energy of that many people. You know, I host Broadway sessions every single week, but you know, we have 120 seats if we like put people on laps.
Yeah.
You know, compared to 3,000 people in a huge hall that are all geeking out at the same time. But I think as a host, because I always say the most important part of hosting is listening and actually being present, not thinking about what you're going to say, but actually listening to what they're saying.
Yeah.
Having to like just pull the Anthony Rapp stuff out of my butt and everything in Bulger. Because I hadn't planned on asking about the fan fiction, and I was looking at him and I was like, that is actually truly what I want to know right now.
Yeah, hey.
And I wonder if anybody else does. Who cares? I would ask. So trusting that, I think.
So these are a few things that maybe are outside, but the one question is, will you be back next year? People ask that.
Well, I think so. I think probably the stories I'm being told by the people who are putting it together is that I'll probably be back in an even larger capacity.
Woo! That's exciting. That's so exciting.
It's exciting for me.
So these are sort of outside BroadwayCon, but where can those not in New York City catch you doing your thing?
Great. Well, we just started periscoping for Broadway sessions. So they can, if they follow Broadway sessions on Twitter, we'll be periscoping, and that's every Thursday night. Okay. So you can catch me acting crazy and catch some of the amazing people I have performing. I think that's kind of the best way of it, you know.
So do you mind explaining a bit about the Broadway sessions for those who may not know?
Happy to. Broadway Sessions is a live musical theater themed variety show. I always like to say it's kind of like Ellen,
Yeah.
but late at night and gayer. We've been doing it for 7.5 years, which is completely insane to me. But every week we have a different group of Broadway performers come in. A lot of times we theme it around casts. Recently we had a bunch of cast members from The King and I, and we've got all the kids from School of Rock coming up on February 11th. We've got the cast of On Your Feet is coming on February 18th. I've got Fiddler on the Roof coming on March 10th.
Oh, wow.
And it's a really cool, because it's late at night too.
Yeah.
Everyone lets their hair down, and
Yeah.
obviously you've seen what it's not stuffy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah.
irreverent. So, and we're all friends.
Yeah.
So everybody has a drink,
Yeah.
and I ask them crazy questions, and they perform.
Except for the kids.
Except for the kids.
Kids from
Although I
school.
can't trust them. I've had some questions. It's really a celebration of the community.
Yeah.
So we do, it's not only performances, but we play games with the audience. Sometimes we give away theater tickets. When Honeymoon in Vegas came, Tony Danza was with us, and he offered tickets to the entire room. We had all these people competing. Maybe not the entire room, but we had like 6 or 7 people on stage competing for tickets, and he was the judge of the contest. And he was like, "Just give them all tickets," and that was really cool.
That is super cool.
But it's just kind of a really intimate inside look. It's kind of what the Broadway community is when we're not pretending to be cool.
Yeah. So, is this like live? Well, yes, it's live, but do you have audiences? It's ticketed, or
You just come. You just. Yep. You can just walk up, or you can call and make a reservation.
Oh, that's awesome. Where is it? Around
at
here?
the 42nd and 9th at the Laurie Beachman Theater.
Ooh, that's fun. I'll have to go.
I think you should. You'd love it. You'd absolutely love it. And we donate a portion of our door to Broadway Cares every week.
Oh, that's awesome.
And half a year, so we've been able to donate thousands of dollars to them.
That's awesome.
But it's a really, really special event, and I'm excited that people from BroadwayCon now will get the opportunity to know about it.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
So tell me a bit about yourself and the shows you've done on Broadway.
Okay. I am 19 years old. I think kind of most notably, I was in Wicked, original cast. I was there for 3.5 years. Before that, I was in Aida for 2 years on Broadway. And before that, I was in the original cast of Footloose in 1990. I left Wicked to go on tour. I played opposite Molly Ringwald in the Sweet Charity National Tour.
Wow.
Who was replaced by Paige Davis, and Paige and I have become very good friends. So that was really fun that we got to share the stage. She does Broadway sessions all the time.
Oh wow, yeah.
So those are my Broadway credits. But I'm originally from Utah, and I grew up being a complete and total theater geek, and wore my Phantom of the Opera T-shirt to have my school pictures taken, and from Woodshop we worked at the silk screening thing, and all I wanted to do was make a Miss Saigon T-shirt, and I talked a lot about that stuff, which I really like doing because I feel like it puts us on an even playing field.
Yeah.
Myself, the audience. But I'm just a theater geek, and since I kind of hung up my dancing and singing shoes, I just love celebrating the community, and have the opportunity to start doing a lot of this kind of stuff, which is really cool. I recently hosted the Masterpiece Classic PBS Downton Abbey Marathon for 4 days.
That's so fun.
It was fun. It was really fun. You think theater people are crazy? Get a bunch of Downton Abbey fans.
Oh, I've heard.
In cosplay.
In cosplay?
Oh yeah, we filmed the entire day. So it's me, talking.
Yeah.
And, they wanted to be a party scene, so I've got a bunch of people in period Downton Abbey costumes, milling around in the back, and I'm interviewing them, and they're a special group. But don't say that.
Okay, so for the record, you said it at BroadwayCon. What's the line people may recognize you for on the Wicked soundtrack?
Oh my god. Track 2. Glinda, is it true you were her friend? Which is the worst line reading on any musical recording ever, but it's also plot pivotal.
But I remember that, if I listen to it, that's one of the lines that stands out to me, so
It's kind of like the loudest single spoken line on the album. Everything else happens within a song.
Yeah.
So it's the only thing where like I feel like where somebody just speaks and it's so like out of nowhere. People like wicked, bong, rah, and then it comes at you. So it's hysterical. I've gotten more mileage out of that. So I love that people got into that. Yeah.
People are like, oh my god. You're like, you may not know. People are like, you may not know me, but you may recognize me from this. And you said it, and everyone went insane.
I had one girl come up to me and she was like, yeah, she's like, you're not gonna believe this, but I've been obsessed with that line on the album for years. Like, that's impossible. What's wrong with you? How could you possibly be? But I mean, listen, it's a good party trick.
Yeah.
Pull that out at parties.
Yeah, for real. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me.
You're
really
so welcome. This is so fun.
Yeah.
So fun. And tell everybody that I love them and to keep tweeting me and I'll respond to absolutely everything. 'Cause
yes.
I love it. I love it.